Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Master Aquatics, and I'm bringing you guys another video. Thanks for coming back, guys. So I just wanted to update you guys on my fry real quick. This clip was taken April 5th, 2017. So amazing how they have moved their fry from the leaf that you saw in my second chance video, and they've moved them all to the slate. And I noticed that when they moved them to the leaf that they would go over to the slate and clean the slate, and I just didn't understand why they were doing that. I thought maybe that they were actually going to lay eggs while they had a batch going for them already, but that wasn't the case. The reason why they were actually cleaning that slate was because they thought ahead of time that they were going to move the fry to the slate when the eggs hatch, which just blew my mind because I've never had angelfish this smart before. So this just goes to show that angelfish are rational thinkers. I mean, they're not like humans, but I mean, they're pretty smart. They're not dumb. Or maybe these are smart, and then the other ones that I had were just not so bright. But this just goes to show also that the pair that you get is going to be different than every other pair, because I've had pairs before that didn't do this, they didn't think this way. I've had pairs that didn't know how to, fertilize the eggs. I've had pairs that, would eat their eggs as soon as I would approach the tank, or if I got too close or startled them too fast. Every pair is different, and so far I'm really enjoying these two right here, but still very nervous because it's getting close to the point for the babies to start free swimming. So I'm really hoping that a repeat of the previous batch does not occur, because I don't want that to happen. I really want them to start free swimming and just to live a happy life and to grow them out, so that way I can sell them on eBay and, you know, show you guys how I do that as well. And 2 days later, I went ahead and got some more footage for you guys. April 7th, 2017. Now, they are starting to free swim, but not all of them. The majority of them are still stuck to that slate. It looks like they've moved the majority of them up to the top, because previously they were all over the slate. Now they are towards the top of the slate, which the parents prefer to keep them, and they're taking good care of them so far. They haven't eaten them. I think this is the farthest I've seen the fry. They're starting to free swim, so I believe around April 8th, the fry should be free swimming. So right now it's actually April 7th, 2017. Tomorrow I'm gonna check on them. Hopefully they're still there. Hopefully they don't get eaten, and if they do get eaten, then that means I'm going to have to raise them, which I will do, but I don't want to do the work. It's a lot of work, but I will do it. Um, I just love it when my pairs do the work for me, because I'm already preoccupied with my new tank, the 125-gallon tank. I just painted that tank, and I plan this weekend to get more stuff for the tank. I want, more aquascaping materials. So I really would like to focus on that instead of focusing on raising some fry. But worst comes to worst, if I have to do it, I'll do it. Um, the hardest part I would say about that is just waiting another week for them to lay eggs, because I've been waiting for so long. I think the last batch that I had would be about a few months ago, and even then I really wouldn't consider it a batch because not too many of them survive. Like a real batch, yeah, yeah, I would say a few months ago. Update number 29, I believe. That was the last batch that I had, and it wasn't too successful. Um, Hopefully, this batch is a different story, and just look how cool they look. You can see their eyeballs. You can see their little bellies. Some of them are still swimming with the egg sack. I can't talk, guys. It's like really late and really sleepy, but they still have the egg sac on their stomach, and they're eating off of that. And when that diminishes, then that's when they go out and they start free swimming, and then they eat the algae in the tank. That's why I haven't made a batch of brine shrimp is because I'm hoping that the parents will lead them to the algae in the aquarium, and they can feed off of that. Algae is probably one of the best foods that fry can eat. Although I would not recommend to do this if it's your first time. I recommend that you do it the standard way, which is to make some baby brine shrimp and feed your fry baby brine shrimp. Every experienced breeder does this. I'm just trying something a little different. Now, you can see this as bad information as far as just letting them eat the algae. I look at it as a different approach. Now, just like the Hodge twins say, you can do whatever the F you want to do. You don't have to take my advice, but you can try it. For this batch, I'm going to let them eat the algae, and I'm pretty sure they'll be fine the first few months. If not, then I can get another batch, just wait another week and try again. Like I said, this is all trial and error. So I'll be learning a lot. Even though I've been doing this for years and years, I still learn something new every day. And I shouldn't have to worry too much about filtration. I got my 2 sponge filters in there, although my sponge filters are looking a little dirty. But I'm not gonna go in there and mess with anything in the aquarium because I don't want to bother them at all. I am trying to minimize startling them and bothering them as much as possible, because if you startle your pair, they might eat your angelfish eggs or your fry. Because when you do that, you make them feel not safe, and if they don't feel safe, then they eat the eggs. So if they feel like they can't, provide or protect their fry, then they are going to eat them, and that's just how their mind works. That's just how they are. So always be careful when you have fry in your tank with the parents. Try to approach them slowly. Don't tap on the glass. Don't flash any lights on them, and give them a lot of space. You still want to feed them. You just want to feed them a little bit, maybe like once or twice. You can just feed them some flakes. That's all I do. I don't put any bloodworms or beef hearts or anything like that. Not too much, anyways. But yeah, I'm just really excited to see these guys grow. Hopefully, I can get most of them to survive. If not, then I can get another batch. Like I said previously. I'm wondering how these will turn out though. If anybody's a expert on angelfish genes, let me know what type of angelfish these will turn out. Because the male is veil and the female is standard fin. So I was just wondering, like, is the majority of them going to be veil, or is the majority of them going to be standard fin? I'm hoping the majority of them will be veil, because veil is what you want in angelfish. The longer the fins, the better. Veils, to me personally, look a lot better. But one thing I know for sure about veils is that they are worth more. So if I plan on selling these, I can get them for a lot more. If you go to any website that sells angelfish, you will notice that the veils cost a little bit more. Like if you go to Angels Plus and try to order some veil angelfish from there, it's going to be a little bit more. How big of a difference in terms of cost? I would say about a few dollars, like $3. And it actually varies on the strain of angelfish too as well. Like if you have a standard fin koi angelfish versus a veil fin koi angelfish, I think the difference would be like $6 to $8. But it also depends on where you're selling them, and if they're in demand in your area. So you got to keep that in mind too. But anyways, I'm not gonna set up any baby brine shrimp. I haven't done a water change for the 29-gallon tank. I'm just gonna leave them be, let them do what they want to do. That's what I've done the majority of the time in the last batches. If they don't make it, then they don't make it. And the Anubias leaf is actually doing okay. It's not doing too bad, but hopefully it'll be okay. If not, then I'll have to take it out and put another Anubias plant in there. But I think it should be fine. All it really needs is just some light and some water, pretty much. And that's about it. If you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe to the video. I'll be putting out more videos. I'm trying to be more consistent. Thank you guys for always supporting me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.